Months ago, I read a devotion written by Jared Dyson, a devotion he titled, Beware of the Dog. That phrase, beware of the dog, always catches my attention. In fact, whenever I see a sign posted in a yard or on someone's porch that says, beware of the dog, I am instantly aware, extra alert, very careful. I have visited in the homes of many, many people over the years. A lot of them had dogs. Big dogs, little dogs. Loud dogs, quiet dogs. Friendly dogs, and some very unfriendly dogs. Years ago, I was visiting in a home. The hostess excused herself to go get her mother so we all could sit and visit together. As soon as she had left the room where she had asked me to sit, I heard a noise, and in walked a Great Dane. Great Danes are huge, big dogs. Sitting in that living room chair, that Great Dane walked up and sat beside my chair. If I turned to the left, he and I were looking eye to eye. We kept staring at each other. I was afraid to say anything. I didn't want to upset this Great Dane. Suddenly, that Great Dane leaned forward and kissed me right in the mouth. I almost fainted, almost fell out of that chair. I was afraid to move and wipe the slobber off my face. At that moment, the hostess appeared back in the room and quickly knew what had happened, and she ran to get me a towel so I could wipe my face. Now I confess, I would rather be kissed by a Great Dane than bitten. However, I would prefer neither experience. In Philippians chapter 3, the second verse, to which Jared Dyson referred, that verse says, beware of the dogs, beware of the evil workers, beware of those who mutilate the flesh. Jews often use dogs as a derogatory term to refer to Gentiles. So the Apostle Paul's reference to his Jewish opponents in this verse is ironic. Most dogs were untamed scavengers, considered disgusting because they ate anything and everything. James Merritt says, the word dogs is a Greek word. It refers not to a cute little house pet. It refers to wild dogs, mongrels of the street that would run around in packs looking for something to attack. There were people known as Judaizers. They followed the Apostle Paul around from church to church, nipping at his heels, trying to add works to salvation, teaching false doctrines, spreading false rumors, doing anything they could to hinder the work of God, to hinder the work of the Apostle Paul. In this verse, Paul also refers to evil workers, troublemakers. That's exactly what these people were. Some people never miss a chance at stirring something up that's evil. Paul also says in this verse, beware of those who mutilate the flesh. During this time, circumcision was a covenant sign between Israel and God, signifying the fact that a Jew belonged to God. There were some in the early Christian church who were saying that you had to be circumcised in order to be saved. Just like today, we have some people who will tell you that you have to be baptized in order to be saved. Or you have to be baptized in a certain way. You have to be immersed in order to be saved. The next time you see a beware of the dog sign, remember this verse. Remember, there's a lesson very important to learn here. Some of the meanest people in this world can be religious people. It was a religious crowd that crucified Jesus. That's why we should never, ever put our faith in our church. We put our faith in Jesus Christ. Or we need to attend the church, love the church, support the church, serve the church, and be a part of the church. But we only trust in Jesus Christ. Beware of religion without righteousness. That's a truth worth repeating.